Hey, AwesomeWill here. And I was just sliding by, so I decided that I'd slide on in and drop you another video. Embracing what's real and never the illusion. Embracing what's real and never the illusion. Oftentimes in life, we feel a sense of things and we see a sense of things, and sometimes we are so intrigued, or sometimes we are so attracted to that very thing, rather it be financial, rather it be, relationship wise, etc. Like I myself, I'm going to use myself as a personal example. There are many people that, you lose a connection with some people. Some people you've grown up with from the time that you were a child, from your childhood years, and you lose all communication with those people. And it's sad to say, but you truly desire to have your friend back, or you truly desire to, have that bond that you had when you were children. But as time has passed on, so has things in their lives, in your lives as well. People have a tendency of changing. And change is good, but never losing yourself and never losing who you are as a person and what that person or what these people mean to you. It's kind of like family culture, or family values. You know what I mean? Growing up with people, coming from a particular place, I cherish those things. I do. I'm just that type of person. I cherish those things, especially if, we have both, elevated in a way that we probably never thought that we would. Coming from poverty-stricken environments, coming from, just seeing and witnessing the violence in different territories in our neighborhoods. We were the childhood, pals, like my brother or like my sister, I'm talking about from young, breaking all the rules, going down to during summer, go to summer camp. We weren't even, and sometimes, let's just be real, we were just young kids trying to find something to do. We weren't signed up for no summer camp. You know what I mean? We was just breaking the rules. We want to go to the gym. We know a couple of the coaches there, or one of my relatives, you know what I'm saying? Knew one of the coaches or whatever. But I'm talking about friendship, or knew one of the coaches, but I'm talking about friendship right now. I'm not talking about, just family or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about friendship, and like I said, people change over the years, and when someone says something to you in such a way, in a way that you feel somewhat disrespected, when all you want to do is just show these people love because you truly love them. You love them, man. Y'all tight like that. At least you thought you were. And for whatever reason it is, you truly understand that you are the problem. And people go through things every day in life. Every day in life. I have issues. you have issues, and the people that I speak of at this very moment, I'm sure that they have issues as well sometimes. Excuse me. You know, it's just a part of life. But don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. So, when you finally decide, after, I probably wasn't even on your mind, but years later, you know, now these people that you haven't heard from, you know, and God knows how long, now all of these people are trying to find a way to contact you or to get in contact with you, as if, you know, as if we're picking up where we left off. Rather it be a phone call or a text message, you know, or I'm just like that, man. You know, me personally, I'm just like that. And I value, you know, close friendships or bond. I value those things, man. And I'm the type, man, I'll do whatever I can, possibly, for the person that I love or the person that I you know, I care about. You know what I mean? Because it's much more than just a favor. It's just more than just how you doing. We like family, man. We are like family. And I take it seriously. That's why I say, for instance, if I were to have a close friend, right? And say, for instance, that friend is married. Or say, for instance, you know, that friend has a very, very attractive daughter. Or that friend's relatives, you know, flirting with me and things of that nature, whatever. I would never, man. And I mean never. I would never cross that line. Never. We may flirt with one another or whatever, man. You know what I mean? As far as like family members or sister or something like that. But that's about the farthest it'll ever go if you my partner like that, man. I just value relationship like that, man. Especially if we close. There's boundaries with me. Everybody don't have them. But I do. I respect myself more. And I respect the relationship that we have just the same. I could only imagine how it would make me feel if a close friend of mine were to say, or my daughter, you know, I discovered that my daughter, you know, having sexual relationships or sexual meetups with a friend, you know, with a friend of mine. Can you say Louisville Slugger? Because that's what's going to happen, man. That's what's going to happen. Because we better than that. We better than that, man. You couldn't find anybody? You couldn't find anybody else other than my daughter? That's just desperate, man. And disrespectful. And I will put hands on them behind it. You know what I mean? I will put hands on them. And probably a couple other things too. Because I value friendship. True friendship. Especially if we go back, we went to school together, or we grew up together. You know, I know your family, you know my family, you know, and they've been knowing you since you were a child, man. You know, I mean, your parents probably changed my diaper, man. I could never, bro. I could never do that. The God in me won't allow that, man. And I know if I were to jump in the sack with another man's wife, you know what I mean? I know that I'll be persecuted. Man, listen, God is going to put his foot in my behind, man. And by me knowing better, the consequences are going to be that much worse. But like I said, after multiple years, you know, they contact you like you picking up where you left off. Know how you doing, know none of that. So what do? You block them. At least I do. Because it's an illusion. You don't value me as a person. You value the fact that I can do something for you that you can't. Now you want to come around. It's because the very door that you need open, you know I have the master key to it. And it's an illusion, man. And many of us go through life thinking that because these people know you, that therefore people change, man. And it's sad. You may be the same person. You've matured over the years. You probably have a family now. You know, you've matured over the years. You know, you've probably managed to you know, go to school, get some education, more education. You know, you're a family person now, and that's totally understandable. But I thought I was your dog. I thought you was my brother. I thought you was my sister. At least I looked at you. I saw you. I observed you through that kind of lens. I thought you were my family, or like family to me. But their behavior proves different. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with severing ties with anybody, especially when you know these people, man. When I say you know them, you know these people, man. You have an extensive history and background together. It might hurt, but not for long. And it'll be just fine. Not that you hate them, not that you dislike them. You just see them for who they truly are now. And how they approach you now, or in the way that they approach you, or have been approaching you, it's an illusion. So, my suggestion to you would be, embrace only what's real and never the illusion. Because an illusion can have you in some real bad situations. You gotta be able to see through muddy water and spot dry land, or look through muddy water and spot dry land, because it's an illusion. Kind of like the man in the desert. He's desperately seeking a drink of water, and it is so hot, it is so humid, in the middle of nowhere, in the scorching heat in the desert. But his mind plays tricks on him. Thinking that afar there's water. cactus. Life preservation. Until I get to my destination, this is gonna have to do for now. And I'm almost dying of thirst. I gotta get to this cactus, man. And he walks the lengths of a football field or more, 200 yards plus, because of what he thinks he sees at a distance. All to make it to that very spot and realize that there's nothing. And he turns around doing a 360, back and forth, to and fro, looking. I know, man. I know for sure that I just saw a cactus here, man. I'm almost dying of dehydration. I know for a fact that I saw a cactus here. Where has this cactus gone? I gotta have it. When it was simply just an illusion. And that's how these people, or the people in your life that you've known for multiple years, they do the same exact thing. So always embrace the real, or what's real, and never the illusion, because you just may die of thirst. Wanting someone to be there for you, wanting someone to hear you, wanting someone to spend time with you, wanting somebody to love, wanting somebody to communicate with, wanting someone to travel with, wanting somebody to just sit down and have a decent meal with, wanting somebody you can even probably snap photos with, or whatever, or just take a trip, or just ride, or even just pull up, or whatever, and just kick it. Like old times. But people change. And you as an individual, you are busy as well. See, some people that all you want is the best for them. But after so long, they seem to have, or they seem as if they have some kind of competitive spirit against you, man. Like they're in competition with you. And that's where the problem comes in. It's not always your fault. It's people constantly trying to compete with you. When you don't even have that mindset. But people are constantly, people that you know from childhood, man, they want to compete with you. And if you are competing, that's fine. That's fine if you feel the need to compete. That's fine. But don't feel, or don't think that it's, that I'm gonna try to compete with you. See, the difference between me and the difference between some people, I burn bridges because I know that I can tread water. But most of the people that do the things that they do to you, they can't. That's the difference. they always find their way back to you. Always. When they call themselves mishandling you or mistreating you, they always seem to find their way back. Like Jaheim. You know what I mean? Like Jaheim. They gotta find their way back. By the time you find your way back to me, it's too late. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with shutting the door on somebody that did you wrong. Somebody that did you dirty. There's nothing wrong. You have a policy. There's nothing wrong with shutting doors on people that mishandled you. Even if you were silent and not vocal about it. You didn't have to be. Your silence speaks volumes. So always embrace the real or what's real, and never the illusion. And this is the conclusion of this video, y'all. Just like I slid in while I was sliding by to drop you another video, I am now about to slide on out and continue about. You dig? Take care.